Welcome to the channel, everyone. As I'm filming this, it is February 2nd, and so I want to dress up my perfume tray full of February perfumes. So I don't really do this that often, but I figured it might be a good time to get all of the colder weather fragrances that I can associate to Valentine's Day and the season of love and the holiday of love out onto my perfume tray, and so that I can have a better picture of what I want to evoke this month. I really want to not let my months get ahead of me. Time has been really of the essence as of late, and I find that little things like this, like making a vision board, which I really want to do, and furthermore changing out certain scents each month, really helps get me into the mindset of what I want to accomplish that month. It doesn't have to be like YouTube related. It can just be, professional related, related to my personal growth, and just so that I don't let time get away from me like I did last year. And the year prior. So I'm going to start doing perfume trays and other things like that aren't really necessarily associated to beauty, just that I can have in my head a better representation of time passing, just so that time doesn't get the best of me, and so that it doesn't just zap on by like an angry fly. Okay, so right now I'm going to go into colder weather fragrances that I'm going to be wearing for the month of February, and not a lot of them are going to be, maybe some of them, not a lot of them are going to be like warmer weather oriented because it has been quite cold here in Charlotte. So it's going to be mostly like heavier fragrances that I put onto this tray. So I did my makeup a little special today because you just in the spirit of Valentine's Day. So I'll list everything that I used it down in the description below, and this is different for me. This is really weird. I usually detest pink, but I figure it looks okay for the theme. I just want to be on theme. So here we go. I'm going to get into the perfumes that I'm going to apply to my perfume tray for the month of February. If you are interested in, please keep watching. All right, this is not where my perfume tray itself is going to stay, because as you can see, the area of the perfume tray, it'll buckle under the weight of the perfumes and it'll just slide right on into the sink. But this is the best lighting that I have. This is going to be in my bedroom. This will not be in the bathroom. So let's get started. These are two quintessential ones that I know I'm going to be adding. This is Whipped Rose Latte by Bath and Body Works. It's definitely in the spirit of roses and chocolates for Valentine's Day. Beautiful fragrance, and I love pairing it with the body cream. It is a very unique one that Bath and Body Works has recently re-released. There's nothing latte oriented about this fragrance. It's definitely just a rose, vanilla, and cocoa fragrance with some whipped foam. It's a very cloudy, beautiful, balanced, sophisticated rose fragrance. Bare vanilla, the creme, and you can see the dent I've put in that. That is good for any season, really. It's sugar spun cloud of creamy vanilla mint. It's so unique, and I love just dousing myself in it. I don't have to spray as much now that I have the body cream. So yeah, I didn't used to have the body cream to this, but I purchased the body cream off of Fragrance Net just a couple of months back. But I did buy this one when it was initially released. Narciso Poudre Eau de Parfum. Yeah, I can't just not include that in this tray. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous warm cashmere, musky, rose and orange blossom beauty. It's just it's very thick and dense, and it's very long lasting. That's perfect for this time of year. And I love the vetiver, the cedar, and the cashmere in it. It's a very cashmere feeling fragrance. So it's so thick and beautiful, and it's very intimate as well. And it's a gorgeous one, and I do associate this to the month of love. And I think I did actually include this in last year's fragrances that embody love. It just invokes so many feelings of love and happiness and trust and a beautiful heart and a beautiful spirit. So just I'm brought to mind of Jesse McCartney's Beautiful Soul. Just randomly thought of that song. I don't know why. I haven't thought of it in years, nor have I listened to it in years. Cool. So the next one I will add, I guess, will be, oh yeah, Jo Malone, Velvet Rose and Oud for date nights. Definitely a date night oriented fragrance, whereas this one can be attributed to more daytime wear in the colder months, day or evening. This one is definitely a date night scent, to me at least. Very beautiful oud, rose, and praline combo. Definitely very dense and thick and syrupy. A very jammy, sweet Taif rose, or is it Turkish? I'm not sure. So it's just a gorgeous one, and it's not too sweet. Definitely a beautiful one from Jo Malone's offerings, and this is my signature, one of my signatures for, you know, special events in just date nights in the colder months, of which we've not had many this past year, so I haven't gotten that much use out of this fragrance this past year, but I do look forward to having more date nights and just more romantic nights in general, just so that I can wear this beauty. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, this one is Mon Guerlain Intense. Mon Guerlain Intense is definitely a beautiful colder weather option for those who love the Mon Guerlain DNA and they love the classic beauty of it and the simplicity of it. It's not abrasive of a fragrance. It's a very warm, feminine, sophisticated, classy, lovely essence of a woman that is in this bottle. This really encapsulates the true essence of a woman who loves love, and she's always there for her family. Mon Guerlain Intense is one that I reach for in the colder months, and Mon Guerlain is more so for the springtime. So that's why I won't be including Mon Guerlain in this roundup. This is doubled up on the vanilla, and it has some like it almost has this chocolatey presence to it. The lavender, it's still pronounced, but it's much sweeter and it's more balanced. It's less aromatic. I get less lavender in this one than I do with the original Mon Guerlain. It's sweet, it's feminine, it's warm, it's comforting, it's classy and elevated, it's sophisticated, everything that one could possibly want. So beautiful, very classy fragrance. I love it so much. But this has more licorice, benzoin, sandalwood, more I get more floral notes from it. The jasmine and rose are still prevalent in this fragrance, and the licorice is very prevalent, along with all of the vanillas, the Tahitian vanilla. It's a tiny bit musky, and it's just gorgeous, so classy and so sophisticated. So it has a little bit of patchouli as well, but it's very little. I don't get a lot of patchouli from this fragrance. This next one is Lalia Wish. Now this is probably the sweetest perfume I'm including in this roundup. Lalia Wish Sugared Pastille is a very sugary, marshmallowy fragrance. It's one of very few that I can tolerate. I've had this ever since 2019, I think. And this is a beautiful fragrance. It has, I think, ylang ylang, and it's elevated and lifted enough from some cinnamon, which I typically don't like, and I think that's one of the reasons I got rid of my Lolita Olympica El de Lolita. But this one has this vibrancy to it. So that is beautiful for Valentine's Day. It's more on the thick, syrupy, dense side. It's not powdery. It's like grounded a little bit by a little cinnamon. It's not really woody. I can only do overly sweet fragrances if they are backed by a lot of woods. This one's not woody, nor does it have any patchouli or any tonka. It's just very unapologetically sweet, but the cinnamon is what keeps it interesting, and it's like a rice pudding, cinnamon rice pudding, with some like a kind of has like a banana-y ylang-ylang in it, and it's so pretty. It's beautiful. The next one that I know I'm going to get use out of, hold on, while I'm thinking about it, let me just put my matching body creams over here. Those, I don't know if I'll be able to fit them on the tray. I may have to keep them in my drawer. All right, so the next perfume I would love to put on my perfume tray, I did consider leaving this for the springtime, but it does have a warm enough composition where it's very much suitable for this season. So this is Kenzo Amore. I only have 2 Kenzo fragrances, and they're both so gorgeous. Okay, so this is a beautiful rice pudding. It has some cherry blossom, some floral notes. There's so much in here. It's so comforting, and I do prefer this to Hypnotic Poison. I just love this so much more. The bottle is very cumbersome, however. I know that that's not on the right way, but this is just a powdery, not powdery, it's not overly powdery, but it's like a fluffy, creamy rice pudding. Very approachable. It does not project that strong. However, it does last on me for about 6 hours. And I can get good wear out of it. It's more of a scent that I wear when I'm just, you know, I'm just going to work, or I did wear this a couple times at my last job, but I do think of it as a beautiful, loving scent as well. And it's just, it's a gorgeous one, and very underrated. I know a lot of people know about it, but maybe they just shy away from it because it's Kenzo. It's like this is nothing like Kenzo flower though, so let's just say that I could not stand Kenzo flower. So Kenzo Amore is so gorgeous, and one that I will reach for. It's an easy reach, really. To be honest, all of these are. I wanted to go for the easiest reaches. These are suitable for daytime in the colder weather, and that one's more for nighttime. This one is a light, soft enough profile where I would just reserve it for daytime in the cooler weather, or the slightly balmier spring temperatures. That's perfect for rainy days as well. And I said that about Hypnotic Poison too. Something about those is just so... the edible components of each of those fragrances come out more, and they just sit nicer on the skin when it's raining. I don't know why, but that's what I've found. But yeah, beautiful rice pudding fragrance. Definitely one that I get a ton of use out of. This is definitely a cooler to cold weather only fragrance, and it's very intimate. I think these are pretty similar in their level of projection and their overall wear. They wear for about 6 to 7 hours, but they're very soft, which I do not mind at all. I really typically don't usually spray more of these because I can typically sense them on my skin up until around the 8-hour mark, because they're a skin scent for an hour or so, and then they just disappear. All of these are long lasting, and all of these project much stronger, with the exception of these 3. And the almond is very slight in this fragrance. I get mostly a purple floral. It's something about it though, in the warmer months. I think it's a combination of the woody note and the musk. It just makes it sit very weird on the skin in the warmer months. It does not sit well on my skin at all because of those two notes. They just do not play well with warmer weather. The way that the composition sits on my skin in warmer weather, it just does not go. But in the cooler weather is when it wears much more beautifully on me. So there's vanilla, there's dark chocolate, there's some citrusy note, and it's a very powdery fragrance as well. There's a little bit of spice to it too, not too much though. But it's just overall warm and comforting. And I can detect a slight, I don't know, I detect some purple florals in here. It's, I looked into it and they say it's violet, but I don't know. It's a violet that reads as the texture of, say, lavender. So yeah, Orchid Vanille, I haven't put much of a dent in it, but it's a beautiful one, and I'm going to be reaching for it a lot this season and this month. So I think that's the only niche I have to show. Okay, what's next? Okay, so First Kiss exclusive by Layered is the next one that I'm going to add to my February tray. This is a gorgeous, very beautiful interpretation of Parfums de Marly Delina exclusive, and you will be so surprised by this brand if you try them. I have sampled Delina exclusive just by going into a Nordstrom in Chicago. And they're very similar. And this one has much more rounded notes, has some oud, it has some major dose of vanilla. It's a very rosy vanilla oud, just beauty of a fragrance. And oh my god, okay, so I've been wearing this each and every New Year's Eve for the past 3 years. So February it's going to be very cold in Charlotte. So I do think I'm going to get more use out of this. I may just wear this for Valentine's Day. That may be my Valentine's Day pick. I'm not sure. So, but yes, this is a special one. This leaves such an intoxicating scent trail behind it. It's, oh my god. I can't get enough of it. Every time I wear it, I get a compliment, because 2 years of the pandemic, I wore it at home for New Year's Eve, and then, I didn't go out, but, I just still wanted to have that effect. I still dressed up and still had the whole party thing with my immediate family, which is my boyfriend and his parents. But yeah, this past New Year's we actually did something and I did wear this, so this just creates a beautiful scent memory for me. This scent has become emblematic of the opening of a new chapter, of a new fiscal year, of new beginnings, and new resolutions. It's become emblematic of that because I've been wearing it on New Year's Eve. Beautiful fragrance, and it's a very, it's intoxicating. It really is. Guys, I'm gonna do one more. Hold on. This is called Norma Jean. I don't wear this as often. I did fly through a sample of it before I bought it, but I don't really wear it. I love wearing it, but I only wear it around my significant other because this is my I've been bad fragrance. This is a little bit of a naughtier fragrance. It's not as nice and sweet and proper as Delina. This has some pimento in it, some spicy pepper to keep it interesting and to keep it a little bit naughty, I will say. And this is reserved only around my significant other, and he really likes it, so I will be wearing that this February. So beautiful, beautiful. I just want to go on more date nights. This is good for a date night, most definitely. This is good for a date night too. This is too, that is too, and the rest of them I think can be worn day to day. So about 1, 2, 3, 4 date night fragrances, going out fragrances, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, about 6 everyday wearable fragrances. So I think that is a good roundup of Valentine's themed fragrances. These just remind me of love, in some cases they remind me of passion, of just those intimate moments, and in other cases, some of them remind me of joy, of love, of trust. Physical and emotional components of love are well represented in all of these fragrances, and I really love all of them for different reasons. So these are going to be on my tray. This is my February tray, and I'm wanting to rotate more through my fragrances. And I've just recently, this is the first time that I am actually putting together a tray, a monthly tray. So doing little things like this, not just with my perfume, but with other facets of my life as well, keep me cognizant of the passage of time, because the past couple of years I've kind of just been floating. And this is just one tiny way to structure my year a little bit better, is if I were to do things like this. It's the little things that really keep me cognizant of what month it is. I have vision boards I want to create, I journal, and there are other things I want to do to have a better grasp of time in and of itself for this year, because I don't want this year, like I said in the beginning, I don't want this year to get away from me. So this is just one tiny little element of something that I just wanted to do, just to better structure my months. And so that is it. Those are my February fragrances, and I'm going to move this to the room. And I will get more use out of these. This is going to be a better way for me to rotate through my fragrances. It's not like I have a huge wardrobe, but I still have plenty. So for being such a light sprayer, and I know that I need to rotate through them more often and more frequently, and so this is my way of doing that. This is a rose patchouli. I don't know if I really went into that. A rose dominant fragrance. It has a ton of patchouli, a ton of pimento pepper. It's just a very sexy rose, very skanky and naughty. So yeah, that's my fragrance that's going to be reserved for time spent with my significant other. And the rest of these fragrances, I think they're pretty friendly. They're on the friendlier side. I don't really go for naughty fragrances that often. This one and Olympia are really the only two I own that are along that veining. So yeah, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Let me know what's on your perfume tray. I tag everyone who hasn't done a perfume tray this February to do one. And yeah, I implore everyone to let me know, because I want to see what scents you are wearing and what you're rocking, and connecting with you all through that. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next video. I feel so much more confident when I'm not facing the camera. What the hell? Anyway, bye.